Hello, welcome back. I'm GoodElk12. Welcome back to this Sudoku solve of Derektionary's Neo puzzle. Puzzle I found online, really like the look of. Trying to solve it. I've done one part, this is the second part, so I just want to go through what I've done so far. I've been joined by Nope. Smudge up there. Ooh, there he is. So that's always a nice thing. I have the honour of his company, although it's very hot, so he might come down from up there. Just trying to make it so that you can see the controls. Plus you can see me. I might chop my ear off. It's not so bad. Okay, so we need to get back into this puzzle. So last time we had a visit from GoodElk61. He's in bed now, so we're not likely to see him again. And it was nice though. It's nice having him around, having him seeing what I'm up to, what I'm enthusiastic about, and chatting to him about some of the things. But let's get going. So I wanted to just tell you 9 in the centre square, because this is an arrow Sudoku. Arrows have to add up to the number in the circle, so we know we can't put a 9 there because that would have to be 1 or greater, which would make this greater than 10, which would break the puzzle really. So 9's in the centre. We worked out that all these arrows must add up to 9 because each box, each row and each column must add up to 45. Magic Sudoku number. So we worked out that these all must be 9s because 5 times 9 is 45. Then we discussed how these must be 8 because if it was 7 or 6 they would clash with any other number put in here because digits would have to be repeated. So, for instance, if this was a 7, you make a 7 with 1, 2 and 4. And then if this was an 8, for instance, then this would have to be either 3 or 4, or 2 and 5. So that would rule out both set of digits in 7, or be ruled out by both set of digits, by both the digits in 7, because there's only one way to make up a 7, and the same with 6. So we worked around the grid. I've been using colours. I did try this puzzle earlier, but kind of messed it up, and I'm feeling paranoid, so I want to look back at the recording software, just check everything's not frozen, because the end of it last time, we're not frozen, that's good, it actually froze up. And I was glad I could see that it had frozen up because you worry. So we did work out that if this, so we can say this is either 2, 5 or 3, 4. So green is either 2, 5, the small numbers, and red would be 3, 4, the small numbers. And there's also a 1 in these two squares because this one rules that out. That's kind of where we got to. So Smudge decides to leave. I'm going to jump to the next morning when I did another take with clearer logic because I got in right middle. 6 and 7 in here it is. Here we are again. Yeah, I'm not sure. This is maybe a bit of a prologue. Put myself on the bottom of the thing. Okay. Right. I've been thinking about this puzzle a lot by Derektionary. Lovely puzzle. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to solve it, and I've enjoyed making the kind of solve video, but I made it so tediously long-winded. And I was thinking, surely it's not that complicated. Surely, spoiler alert, go back and look at the other videos if you want to first, but they are very long, so forth. But I just want to look quickly to see if we can go around the grid. Now, we decided that this needed to be 6, 7 because 6, 7's in there. 6, 7 around there. We decided that this has to be with 2 and 3. If it's a 6 and 7, all makes sense. But what happens when I start doing the colouring? Now, I was starting to do the colouring over here, and it doesn't relate to anything, so that's stupid. Never start somewhere that doesn't relate to anything. That's just silly. So what about this? We've worked out we've got to have two sets of 7 in here. Because there's got to be a 7 on this 8. This has got to be 7, really, because it's ridiculous. It can't be 6 and 1. It can't be 5, because these can't be different, because basically this puzzle is about 7s. So I'm going to say, yeah, 7 is red or 7 is green. Oh, I tell you what, I can even move that a touch, because that one can't be there, that one can't be there. Okay, 7 is green or 7 is red. So if we start going around the grid, what's this? Well, okay, this is either blue but if this must be a digit in the 7, because all these 2, 3, 4, 5s must go in the 7. But that's got to be green, because this red one is looking at it, so it's got to be green. This is going to be green or blue. And this one, so because the green is looking at this one's got to be, not green, got to be red. This one is red or blue. Okay, this is more complicated than I was thinking about it. But for some reason, I know I worked this out, and I haven't done logic. I've done more remembering what was where and putting the digits in place just to get me back to this point. Well, that says that this must be green or red. So, but this means that this... Now, the question is, what on this arrow? We know it can't be 9 or 8. So the choices are, as far as I can see, 5, 6 or 7, which means it's either blue or it's green or red. Okay, that's not helpful. But we know that if both these cells are the same colour, for instance red, because they can't be green, then that will be 7. Okay, that's my mother-in-law going for a walk. Okay, so that, well, that does have an effect. If they are 7, then this would need to be green, that would need to be red, making that blue. Okay, but I'm jumping into conclusions because I don't know. Well, I know that's got to be red. I don't know if it's not 7, then that's got to be green. Okay, so what does that give us? And I think this was the key point I was missing when I was doing the actual solve. Was I was missing this relationship. Only one of them can be true. It's either both the same or they are different, and they start to affect what's going on in this box, and that's quite key really, what's going on in that box. So now, why did I work out that this can't be, well, this has got to be 6, 7, hasn't it? Because if this was red and this was red, we got 2 greens, this would have to be blue, which would mean it would have to be a 6 with a 1, which would make 7, but we can't do that because we've already got a 1. So we know that this is blue. So that's helpful. So that can't be 23. 2 or 3 rather. This now can't be 6 or 7. But this now becomes 4 or 5. Okay, so that's interesting. And sits across from that 2, 3 over there. Does that mean anything? Nothing at the moment, but we know that is... well, we know that's green. So... okay. It's still both the options, so if this was 4, this would be 3. If this was 5, this would be 2. Same there. And it would work its way around. But now we know that's got to be red. Okay, that's important. So now we have to make this conclusion about whether these are different or the same. So let's say they're the same. Okay, that would then put that in there. Okay, what are we going to do to the other boxes? Well, we know that there's got to be 7 in here, so that becomes like that. Okay, because it's pointing at that, it's got to be, because it's pointing at the green, it's got to be red. That means we've got left a blue. Okay, the blue's got to be there. It's going to be 6. We've got left a green. What else are we missing? And a blue. So there would be a green and blue in here. Now, these are going to have to tie up to these somehow. Not sure how we can do that. Okay, but let's say green or blue in there. What else do we know about the puzzle? So basically this is going to be 7 and something making 7. So we still need a green in these 4. We need 2 greens up here. If these are the same, this is 7, so it is blue. Okay, and what is it telling us? This is early in the morning, so my brain should be working better today. But again, my brain turns off. Okay. So this is either 7. So if that's 7, that would be 2. And I'm missing the simple answer. 2. Oh, so this is interesting here, look, because we got the 2 reds. If this was 7, this would have to be 2. Okay. So we do that. That's 7. That's 2. That becomes 5. That's 2. Yeah, no, it doesn't break the puzzle. However, if this wasn't 7 in this circumstance, then these would add up to 7, which they can't because they add up to 9. So we know that in this instance 7 would have to be there. Okay, that is 7. Oh no, we know 7 in this instance can't be there. 7 has to be there. Okay, so there's 7. This is 2. This is actually green. Okay, we got 2 greens going on here, so this makes this one red. By using these colours, we can now go around the grid and see what makes sense. It puts 7 here. It puts 6 here. But I don't overly like this way of doing things, because this 3 is going to prove that this isn't true, I've got a feeling, because I think this is what I kept on doing the other night when I was doing my solve. So this 3 is going to cause a problem. So we know, well, we know this one here has to be red because it's looking at a green. This one here has to be green. Okay. So this 3 needs a 2 to go with it. And the 2 would have to be there. Okay, so there we are. No, that's wrong, isn't it? 3 doesn't need a 2 to go with it. 3 needs a 4 to go with it. And that would have to be 3. Okay. We got our greens. And this is where the puzzle breaks, because what now can we put up in this box here? Oh, that's orange. Make it nice and orange. What can we put here? We can't put a green because of these. It would have to be a blue, but we can't because there's already 2 blues in that column. So that is not true. That is not 7, and we have to go back again like I did the other night, way back to where we made the assumption that that was 7. Okay, so now we know that's not 7. We know that this is green and red, because if it's 5, it's 2 and 3, which are from the different, one is green and one is red. Or if it's 6, it'd have to be 2 and 4. Okay, so let's have a look at 5 then. Is there an obvious way of working this out? So now we have got our green and red. That's green. Now these 2 can't be the same, because this is looking at a green, so it's a red, and this is looking not at anything, but it sees this red, which makes it a green. So this has got to be a red, this has got to be a green. What did that give us? That gives us that being an orange. So that tells us that that has to be a red. Okay, so that has to be a red. So we're theorizing that this is, well, whether that's 5 or 6, that logic is actually true. But the bigger logic is, where is blue? And it becomes crucial to put red or green in here. And I think I did some guessing. So guessing is bad. We mustn't guess when we're doing Sudoku. It's bad, I tell you. It's bad, it's bad, it's bad. So, what are we going to do? Well, we know we must have a blue in this 3. And we must have a blue in this 3. Because there's 2 blues. Oh, look, I'm leaving all these ones unshaded. How terrible. Because there's 2 blues in this set. 2 blues between there. Oh boy. Oh, except of course we got to remember that a blue. And now this is red and green. So can we give this a colour? Well, we can say one of 2 things is true. If this is green and this is green, what does that mean? It means that you have forgotten to put the 8 in here. Ah, there we go. Okay, so that decomplicated a little bit. So the 8 goes in there. So if this was green, let's say that was green, then these would both have to be blue. Okay. Now to make 9, that would need to be a red or a blue. So it could be 7. So 7 and 2 makes 9. Which means we couldn't have we would actually need, what's the other option? 2 plus 5. That would need to be 5, which would make that very big. If this is blue, that would have to be very big, actually. If that is green. The other option is that is blue. The green's in here. Or the green's in there. Because 5 could be green. Well, let's explore that a moment. Let's say 5 is green. So that means that would have to be blue. Okay, so 5 is green with 2 and 3. Okay, so that would work. That would make this red. So making one of these green and one of these blue, which works. No reason why they can't be green and blue. This would have to be red. So we need a red in one of these and a green in one of those. So there's no reason why I can't do that, because they're going to meet up with whatever's going on in these two. And these, we know these two cells, if they are red or green, have to be different. So again, my idea of quick solving has gone out the window. But what's left for us? We need a blue, which is 7. So the blue couldn't go there, so the blue would have to go there. That works. No reason why not. Well, that would get us the parity of this, because now that can't be a blue, so that would have to be a red, which would mean this has to be a red as well, because this would become green. This would become red. This would become green. And we'd have our other green there. So at the moment, this looks like it's working. So we've got 6 and 3. 6 and 3. Which means that is 3. Which means this red is 2. Which I can't see a reason why not. But I've got a feeling when we work around the board, we're going to find out why not. So let's colour in all these lovely squares. So there we go. So now we've got the logic going around the outside. And if we put some numbers in, we're going to call this 5. Again, it's not the way I like doing Sudoku. 5 and 2 make 7. 2 and 3 make 5. So this is... Okay, let's try and just do the main ones. So this becomes 4. 4 and 3 make 7. Okay, so now 4 and 3 make 7. Okay, so well, we don't actually need to go around the board, and actually I've been quite silly. What I can say is if this is 5, then this is 2, then green has 2 in it, then this becomes 2. So okay, so this becomes 2. So this becomes 7. And then when I work my way around with those, well, nothing's happening. I'm not breaking the puzzle. So I do have to work my way round the board until I find a conflict, which is not a great way. 4, 5, that all works. 6. Now I know this answer is wrong. I know that I'm making this up as I go along, and this answer is wrong. But I want to prove it's wrong. So can I prove it's wrong? How can I prove it's wrong? So we have to keep on looking at the logic. 4, 3, and everything is working peachy. And I'm not finding that conflict I'm looking for. Okay, so that could be green with 2. Or 2 could be in here. I've got a feeling there's no way of jumping over with this 6, 7. And I wonder if that's the conflict, that I can't actually complete the grid. Could that be a conflict? Because sometimes that is a problem. So that could be, 6 is going to be in here. So we now know this is 6 or 2. So we know this has got to be 5. This has got to be 2 to make... No, that's got to be 3. Oh. Have I just really done all that and just proved that that could have been solved? Hang on, go back. So the point is with Sudoku is you want to solve in the easiest way. So the idea of running around the grid and saying, oh, this must be this and this must be this is really bad. You know, you can do it. You can go, oh, there's 2 options in this one. You can follow one, and if it doesn't lead to the solution, then you can follow the other. A lot of the time that's one way of doing it, but it's not a very good way of doing it. You're not really solving the puzzle. You want a logical answer, like a bent triple or something else. So in this situation, we're looking at these colours. So I have worked out that it's broken because this has to be 3. Because that has to be 7. This has to be 6 because of that 6 over there. This has to be 3. Okay, if this has to be 3, then that has to be 4 to make 7, which makes this 4, which means this would have to be 1, which doesn't work. So that proves conclusively that the only the colouring's wrong. Okay, so I need to go back to a point where I started colouring. The only solution to this puzzle is that blue. Well, I kind of want to take away the rest of the things going on. Because, okay. Well, hang on. That's cool. That's cool. They all check out. Colouring ones is fine. Does that have to be a red? Yeah, it does have to be a red. That's fine. I think that was good logic. 6 is in there. 8 is in there. That's key. So now that we know this is 6 and blue, it now means these are 2 and 4. Now, what does that mean for this colouring? 2 and 4. So I need to put 2 and 4 into these. Oh, I also need to put blue in. So if blue's there, well, let's see, can blue go on that arrow? So that would be 7. 6 would be forced down into here. So if that was 7, okay, let's do this. So 6 is one of those. That is 7. What's going on? Where's 7 in this box? Okay, this is broken because 7 can't be there. Because 7 can't be on an 8 triple. So we can go back, we can say that's not true, that is 7. And it's good logic. That's what we like. Good logic. So this is green. So what does that mean? Well, 7 can still be there. Except green needs to be on a 6. So green has got to be low. It's got to be either 2 or 3 to be on a 6. Well, green can't be 3 because we can't put another 3 with it. So green is, in this case, is 2 and red has got 4 in it. So that means to make that up to 7, that is 3. This is 5, and that gives us the digit to make 9, which is actually 4, which is red. Okay, so now the digits are actually dictating where the colours go, which I think is quite nice, and that's often the way it happens. You start colouring and you go, oh, this is nice, but then you put digits on the colours and it will start to solve. Oh, what am I doing? What are you doing, GoodElk? Start solving things, and now I can go around the board. I know 7's got to be there. It's in the colours. 7 and 6 has got to be in one of those, but I suspect I can work that out by the colours, because now we've got a green. This is red. This is green, so we need another green in this column. We need another red in this column. We can't have another red, so that is 6. Because we've already got a red in the box. This is green. This is blue. We know that there's got to be a blue in with that one to make 2 blues in there. So that means that's not. So that means that is a red. And he's actually 3. That's 4. Ah, 3 in the corner. I love it. Woohoo! So 2 and 5 are going on in those. 5, 2, which makes this 7, which makes this 6, which should really nicely tie up with these ones. And that takes us around the grid, so that's really nice. We got this one that's linked by to that 6. So now we should be able to start to think about this is 2. We can say this is green, actually. And yeah, I think that was a big mistake of mine, that I kind of started colouring into different places at the same time, and it didn't work. So this is 2 and 5, which isn't helpful at the moment, but this is 5 and it's green. Whee! Ooh. And what have we got left in here? We got reds left in there, so they add up to 7. How nice! But now we start to look at what's going on in this middle box. This is green or red. Well, it can't be red because it sees 2. Unless that's 1. It could be green or red, because that could be 1 or that could be 1. And the 1 is messing me up a bit here, actually. That can't be a 1. So let's remove that. Let's remove bad pencil marks. So that's green or red. Now 9 can't have 7 on it, so they're going to have a green and a red. There's going to have to be some blues around the place, because blue. Okay, so we got 2 blues here, so we know that is green or red. Oh, okay, so we know what colour that is, because we've already got 2 greens. They're not 1s, so that is red. Okay, so that means that is red and either red and green or red and blue. Does it work? Red and green should never be seen. No. Blue and green should never be seen. That's what the old people used to say. Red and green should never be seen. That would be my saying. So, yeah, 5 and 4, which is total rubbish, really. So that could be green. It could be, yeah, it could be green. So, let's trying to do elegant endings to this lovely puzzle. I really am grateful. Thank you, Dictionary. Dictionary? No, Derektionary. Derektionary. So it's like, what's it like? Diagonally. That's it, isn't it? And I'm rubbish at talking. Well, when I'm Welsh, well, nothing against the Welsh, but my accent, yeah, has this effect that people love my accent. It's wonderful for singing, love singing. But I used to have a lady. Well, I used to do a quiz in a nursing home I worked at a long time ago, and one of the other carers would make fun of me. Oh, so these have got to be. Oh, there's got to be a blue in this. There's got to be a blue in this. Okay. Where do we need a blue? We need a blue in both of them. Okay, so we kind of got. Okay, so there used to be a lady made fun of me, and she'd say I would ask the question, and then she'd say, and in English, and then she'd translate for me because of course of my Welsh accent. And one old lady would make fun of me whenever I said rabbit, and she'd go rabbit. So I don't know if I'm saying rabbit properly or rabbit wrongly, but it's from saying rabbit. Rabbit. So anyway, back to this. So we got little X-wing on. No, we haven't got an X-wing. What am I on about? Well, blue. Yeah, it is X-wing because blue is either here or blue is either here, but it doesn't make any difference to these colours. So what we can say is either this is 6, this is 6, this is 7, or this is 7. Okay, so that gives us something we can play with, because we know if this is 7, this would have to be 2. Okay, and if this was 6, this would have to be 3. Right. However, if this was 6, this would have to be 3. If this was 7, this would have to be 2. But does that tell us anything? Does that tell us anything useful? It does tell us that that can't be 6. So that is either 2 or... Well, red can't be 2, so it's not 2. So this is not 7. So that's useful. Solved with the colours. So this is 6. This is 3. This is 2. This is going to be 4 and 5, isn't it? So that's 5 and that's 4. Let's colour them in nicely so that the right colours are everywhere. 3 is red. 2 is green. So now we have a sense of what's going on up here. So again, it solved it for me. So that's 5. That's 1. That's 2. This is 2. This is 5. So 1 is in there. Must be, yeah. Okay, and is orange. Make the ones orange. Let's do some nice. So this is 3. This is 4. This is 3. This is 4. This is 4. This is 3. This is 4. This is 3. This is 1. This is 1. Take away the green. Put in the orange, nice. Take away the orange. So now this is going to be 5. Oh no, I put a colour in. Oh, it's not pink. 5. This is 2. This is 2. This is 5. This is 7. This is 6. This is 7. This is 6. Have I broken the puzzle? Have I just got that wrong? That doesn't quite look right. Why? Why? Oh, because of the 5 over there. What have I done? Oh, okay, I've been a silly. 5, 2. Okay, 5. No. 2. Yay! I solved the puzzle again. Hey! So I think that logic around that 6 is valid. I don't think it's too much like guesswork, because we can use the colours to kind of prove that has got to be 6, and that's quite nice. So I like that as my second solve. Third solve. Is it second solve? Third solve? Who really knows how many times I've solved this puzzle, but it's been great fun. Thank you very much, Derektionary. Yeah, really nice puzzle that. Cool. I don't know what I'm doing. What's he doing? Fair stop. Whether it is your morning, your afternoon, your evening, or your night, I hope you're having a very good one. I'm GoodElk12. Please like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. Come and chat to me about Sudoku on my Discord, and have lots of fun. Bye.